Hey y'all, it's your travel bestie Kat, and I'm going to be joined today by Abby Wilson from Your Friendly Neighborhood Plumber, and we're going to talk about plumbing and passports. But seriously, we're going to talk about how building a business and still prioritizing time for you and your family is important. So join me in welcoming Abby Wilson from the Friendly Neighborhood Plumber. So tell me a little bit about the Friendly Neighborhood Plumber. How long have you guys been around? How did it start? All the fun things.
Yeah. All right. So, Friendly Neighborhood Plumber started 3 years ago. My husband Joey and I, we were sitting on the couch, and he was complaining about how he felt like he could do his job better working as a construction worker. And so I was like, well, how hard is it to get like an LLC and start your own business? And it turns out it's not hard at all. So 10 minutes later, I was able to start Friendly Neighborhood Plumber sitting on the couch. And I was like, all right, put your money where your mouth is. And
Oh, so you like held his feet to the fire. You were
I
like, let's
did.
go.
That's right. And so that first year was insane. We were not planning to, be business owners. And so there was no savings, there was no big work truck. So literally all of Joey's tools were in his Honda CRV. It's what I drive today. And anytime he had like a toilet or a water heater that needed to be replaced, he'd be calling me like, "Hey, can you pick this up?" And we did that for a couple months, and finally he was able to save up. And now fast forward to today, we have three work trucks, a couple employees, and we're trying to figure out how to navigate the plumbing world.
Nice. Now, I know you handle a lot of the behind the scenes with all your marketing systems and all your customer relations and experiences. What's one thing you think business owners underestimate with all of that?
um Maybe that it's just easy, or maybe it like falls into your lap. And really, it's just consistency every day. Even if the phone isn't necessarily ringing, you're still busy. You're still trying to figure out, okay, well, what systems need to be put in place and how can I utilize my time best?
I agree with that. Yeah. And what do you think helped you build trust in the community?
I think just letting people know who we are, especially in the beginning when the budget is low. We can't afford the Google ads or the Facebook ads. And so just offering advice and friendly tips in the Facebook neighborhood groups or on our Facebook page through videos, I think that shows people who we are. I write blogs as well, and I've had a lot of customers who are like, "Oh my gosh, like your blogs are so helpful. I never knew about this one plumbing problem."
Oh, nice. Now, what's the theme of your blogs? Like, is it for the normal person that's not a plumber to be able to
Kind
navigate things?
Yeah, to understand what is a PRV and why does it matter, and also just to get to know us better as well. I've written, a couple of blogs about our technicians. One of our guys, Bobby, he lived on a boat for like 5 or 6 years, and
Oh.
so I think that's really cool.
That is a neat little bit of trivia, right? We had
Yeah.
some neighbors that did that one time. They like lived on a boat for 5 years and they just traveled everywhere. And I'm like, that's so brave and wild and crazy all at
Yeah.
the same time.
It is. Yeah, you definitely have to be able to handle pressure and, certain events. And I think that's what makes him such a good plumber is that he can handle when things go sideways in plumbing. He's like, all right, what can we do? And definitely detail oriented.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
And he won't panic because he's lived on a boat. So he's like, listen, we've
Yeah, this
got
is
this.
nothing.
This is nothing.
Yeah.
What does success look like for you guys long term?
I think because where we started versus where we are now, like I said, we did not have a guide or a step-by-step book to get us here. And so I think success for us is to know that every day we're trying the best that we can and we're helping our neighbors along the way. I would love to, I guess, keep growing, have a couple more trucks by year 5. That
Yeah.
would be really cool.
Nice. Now, travel's my thing, and you know that. So, when
Man.
you think about adding that into your life, do you find time for travel or time away? Does it help with your mindset to get back on track with your business?
Definitely. I think so. Side note, we are a blended family. And so we have a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a just turned 3-year-old, all
She's
girls.
adorable too, by the way.
Thank you. And so I think that because of that, we have a lot of schedules and we try to find local things to, keep us entertained or to get away. We love hiking. We love going to waterfalls all around Tennessee. We're so lucky, that we get to live in
Oh
such
yeah.
a beautiful area. Um, we went on our first cruise for spring break this year. And so that was kind of hard, honestly. It was 7 days away, having to be unplugged that long. I mean, you still have Wi-Fi, but the
Yeah.
immediate, like, I have to do this right now. It was hard to take that work hat off and have vacation mode, but it was so good for us.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you need to unplug, but there's so many ways for us to stay plugged in too now while we're on vacation. I've
Yeah.
noticed that a lot of the networks, AT&T and T and Verizon, and some of them have where you can even have your phone at sea now, and it's only like $10 more a day or something silly like that. I know that's not silly, but it's not that expensive compared to what it
Yeah.
would have been 5 years ago. And then if you need to make that phone call because you are the CEO, you can, right?
Right.
But it's nice to have people in place back at home so that you can, I'm going to step away now and it's going to all be okay.
Yes, and that's what we had. Our guys are so good. And so they were like, hey guys, take a break. You need it. And we've got it handled, which I really enjoyed.
If someone said to you, "Hey, I can't leave because of my business," what would you say to them? I loved your idea too about all the local things because chasing waterfalls around here is amazing.
It is.
But
And
what would you say to them about what they need to do?
I think because I have been that person, right, where I'm like, I can't leave. We have too much stuff going on. And honestly, it'll just make you crazy. Like you get so burnt out. And for me, I'm a mom and I'm a full-time entrepreneur, small business owner. And so I go crazy. I definitely need that time to just unplug and just let my blood pressure, get back to the normal baseline.
Right?
Yeah. So it's a necessity. I was definitely the first couple years I'm like, no, we need to keep going. We need to keep working, and it's just not healthy. Eventually you do crack.
Yeah, you have to balance that growth that you want, those new trucks, and by year 5 with sustainability. Like if you physically won't be able to keep going or you hate it, it's not going to be viable, right? Like
That's
you
right.
need to love what you do. So you want to get
Mhm.
up every morning and go do it.
That's right. And I mean, like the fact that we live in Knoxville, that we're such like centrally located to so many fun activities. Like you could go to the beach in 6 hours, or you could go to watch a baseball game up in Cincinnati. You can go to Atlanta, go see another baseball game, right? Go to
Right?
the aquarium. There's always something to do.
Okay, what advice would you give women building something in a male dominated industry? I mean, that's where you're at, really, like plumbing. It's
It is.
mostly boys.
You are so correct. And I have kind of come across that a little bit. I think my advice is to just smile and we you're still going to get it done, and just I especially I guess I've had some people who maybe have like tried to say, "Oh, well, that never happened." And I'm like, "Yes, it did. It's right here on my email that I sent you and you responded." And like I definitely feel like I have to cross my T's and dot my I's and make sure that I'm doing the best that I can, and then they will eventually see and respect that. And I'll say it with a smile and I'll call them out every time because
Yeah.
I don't know. You gotta, I have found my voice while working in this role. That is for sure. Before I was a massage therapist and I own my own business doing that, but it's a completely different ball game, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think, and they expect us to be sweet and nice. And so you do have to, like you said, cross all the T's, dot all the I's, and make sure that you have everything in writing so you can be like, mm, mm, mm.
That's correct. Yes.
But I love you, but no.
Yeah. Poor Joey. He probably gets the worst of it because that I don't have to, have my nice neighborly voice as much. And so I can be like, what are you doing and why are you doing it? And he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, it's fine. We'll figure it out. But
But you
agree.
know what?
Like,
It's
yeah,
true. I think the way we are at home is a little bit different than the way we face the rest of the world because they listen to our frustrations when, you can't yell at your client or your customer when they want you to do something ridiculous that you've already told them 6 times isn't possible. And you're like, okay, I've got to
correct.
go vent at someone.
Yeah, especially in our line of work, it's more so like we say, hey, you really need to have this service done. And they're like, no, just give me the Band-Aid fix. And then the Band-Aid fix doesn't work. And they're calling us
Mhm.
back and like, hey, what's going on? And it's like, well, we asked you to like, replace and not put a Band-Aid on it. So that's probably the hardest. That did happen in the very beginning because I'm always the one answering the phones, right? And
Oh,
so
sure.
I had somebody who had called me and they wanted a price over the phone. And we're not supposed to give that because it's better just to have accurate pricing, in
Right.
person. And I learned my lesson with that job in particular because he asked for a range. I gave him the range. And then when Joe got out there, he was like, oh, well, your wife told me it was like the lowest range possible, but he didn't
Mm.
add, right? Like I gave a high as well. And so Joe was like, you did what? And
And you're like,
yeah,
no.
correct. He had me on
That
speakerphone, and that guy, the customer, he heard me say like that is not true. I gave the low and the high, and so he
Aw,
didn't give Joey a hard time after that. But yeah,
I hate that. What does success look like for you guys long term? I know 5 years, you want to add some trucks. Where do you
yeah.
see this business in 10, 15 years?
In 10 or 15 years, I would love to have the office out of my house. I'm currently at the kitchen dining room table right now. And so to have our
Oh,
own,
like a separate space where you
yes,
have an office. Yeah.
yes. And all the trucks could go to that office with, its own parking and not in our neighborhood. I'm sure our neighbors would love and appreciate that as well. But I would love to have a separate division where we could just give back, as once a month or maybe even once a week. That would be really awesome. Just because we have a fund for that right now, if we have somebody who maybe can't afford the service that they need
Oh, yeah.
desperately, then we do have a Neighbors Helping Neighbors fund that will support that. But yeah, just to grow that and help our customers a little bit more, grow a little bit more. I have a couple more guys, maybe have some
Yay.
help in the office. That would be cool.
Right? Okay, so I always do like these rapid fires. Are you a beach girly or a mountain girly?
Beach girly.
Me too. I love the beach.
Oh
Are you a
yeah.
carry-on only or an overpacker?
Carry on. The
Oh, I
cheaper
want to
the
be, but I'm
better.
not.
Yeah.
We've been here for 3 days. I have 3 bags. I'm like, I want to be a carry-on girly,
Yeah,
but
you're prepared for any occasion. I
I have
love
all
and appreciate that.
contingencies.
Yeah.
Dream destination right now. Where would you go?
Ooh,
Yeah, you just won the lottery and you're out the door.
yeah. I think Scotland. We've been watching a lot of Outlander.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does look amazing. I want to see all the castles and I just want to walk around listening to them talk about stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I
It's
just want to pay somebody to walk around with me and just say words because they have the
mhm,
best accent.
they do.
Okay, if your business didn't matter and you could just go somewhere tomorrow, where do you think you would go?
Ooh. Yeah, definitely a beach somewhere. I always
Hmm.
thought it would be fun to be a beach bum.
Yay! Well, I think whether we're planning a trip or building a business, this is definitely the right place. You are an amazing human. I love that you guys are always giving back and helping folks.
Cat, thank
And
you.
yeah, I just think that's amazing. I love it. What would you like to know? Anything else? that you want
Oh,
to share with everybody?
um, not that I can think of, no. I guess
No?
if you are traveling, like make sure that you are checking your home for any leaks. Like if you have a crawl
Mm,
space and you can get under your house and look at the pipes, that would be a good um, idea. I will say there was one job that Joe had 2 years ago, and he got the call in the middle of the night. It was this teenage girl. She was staying at the house, but then her parents, they were going on a cruise in Texas.
mhm.
And so the teenager, she calls her parents and she's like, there's a giant leak. I don't know what to do. And so they called Joey. Joey went out and he was able to help them turn the water off. And then he was able to get a restoration company to come out and help with all the water damage. So the parents, they knew before they even left on the cruise that their home was being taken care of.
Yes. Yeah,
Water.
that's important. Make
Yes.
sure you know where that water cutoff is too, like before you leave to go on a big trip. I know
Correct.
I just did a big long Panama Canal cruise and I had people back at home, but if you don't, if you're going, it's everyone in your house is going on the trip. You definitely maybe should have you guys come out and just check things before you go to see,
Definitely. And
uh,
there are some cool high-tech devices now that you can actually connect leak detection to your water heater, to your pipes. And so that way it's instantly to your phone. You're getting notified if you have a leak or not.
now is that something you guys install to help
It
people
is.
out?
Yeah.
Oh, yay. Well, that is a great idea for people who are traveling. And I know a lot of folks leave and they're gone for 2 or 3 weeks at a time, and a lot could happen. So if you don't have pets at home or someone checking on the house, these are definitely good ways to stay on top of things.
Yes.
Now, if that went off while people were traveling, would they be able to get you guys to come out and check that for them?
Yeah. As long as, we have a way to get inside the home, then yeah,
Hmm.
definitely.
Awesome. I think most people have those garage codes, so that's always smart too. But
You're
these are
right.
things to think about if you're going to be traveling. I love that.
Yeah.
Good job. Well, I
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for coming on here and
Mhm.
chatting about your biz. I know you guys do a great job, and I want to get you out to my house to see about a tankless hot water heater because
Ooh, yes. That's
people in
also,
my house steal all the hot water.
yeah. And then you can put it when you're traveling, you can always put it on standby travel mode. So that's
Nice.
another great way to, keep your home safe while you're traveling.
Love that. These are brilliant things. And especially a water leak is so scary for people, I think, because it
Yeah,
just rapidly does so much damage that you don't realize. So,
correct.
yay. Good job.
Yeah,
Well,
thank
you have a
you.
wonderful day and thanks for coming on the podcast with me.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.